How could I be lovable if my parents didn't love me? This was the inner child wound that came from toxic parents and narcissistic parents and emotionally immature parents. When we have been emotionally abandoned, neglected, abused, used, this is the inner child wound. How can I possibly be lovable if the two people who are supposed to love me, that have a biological incentive to love me, didn't give a shit? So if that wound goes deep, feels raw, or takes a very long time to start to heal and see progress on, there's a good reason. Your very survival was at stake. Even if you were fed, even if you were middle class, if you were emotionally neglected and abandoned and abused by toxic parents who did not give didn't care in the world about how you felt, about what your needs are, or about your opinions, if your only reason for being was to boost their ego, that hits in the very survival mode. That hits into survival mode. You as a child would have been in fight or flight your entire childhood, because as children, we are literally dependent on the love and care of our parents. And children are so intelligent. We're reading body language and emotion and mood and reflecting our worth and our value and our lovability based on our parents' response to us. And so if you have a narcissistic parent or an emotionally mature parent who isn't able, willing, or capable of meeting or seeing what your needs are, you'll have been in fight or flight for a long time. And this is why narcissistic abuse recovery can take a lifetime of loving back into yourself. Now, that's not to say that you will never feel good and you'll never feel worthy. That is not the truth at all. But there will be times where you may feel an emotional flashback coming on, or it may take you a little bit more time to get regulated, or you'll have more of a physical consequence from that abuse and trauma in the background. That does not change the fact that you are lovable, you are worthy of healing. But it does speak to how big the challenge is for you. We have many of us were gaslit our whole lives, and so there's a part even in the healing process where you might say to yourself, at least I did, why can't I just get over it? Why can't I just get over it? And it's a grief that runs so deep. That runs so deep. So it's not about getting over it, but it's about getting through it and loving yourself no matter what.